I have always liked dressing for the opera. When I was a child, it was usually a new dress. But as I reached maturity, it became a dressing for that particular opera. So when I heard that the San Francisco Opera was going to be staging the Rake's Progress by Igor Stravinsky, in which a character was a bearded lady, well, you understand, it seemed the obvious thing to do. The first thing I did was buy a very expensive beard, which matched my hair perfectly. I made a very elaborate gown, which I could also use as a concert gown. It was quite uppity and fancy. I got my friend John Timothy, who used to play piano on the back of a truck in front of theaters downtown, wearing tuck's tails and a top hat with a red rose. He had his upright piano and he played. He made good tips, actually. He was a friend of mine, so I asked him to be my escort. I got us 2 seats in the front of a box. We were driven by a liveried chauffeur in my hearse at the time. I have never had more fun than that night. I was not trying to be a tranny. I was not cross-dressing. I was very simply a lady with a beard, as in the opera. What this did in the way people interacted with me, well, everyone wanted to have me look at them, wanted to make contact. That just doesn't normally happen. And it didn't matter what they were, young males, young females, men that looked like bank presidents, hippie-looking types, Pacific Heights matrons. As we were sitting in our box, a horseshoe-shaped area, as I would look down the boxes, everyone wanted to give me a thumbs up. I mean, these very proper ladies were giving me the thumbs up. I don't know when I've had more fun. Now, why could this happen? It was still me. I'm the same person, whether I had that hair on or not. But having the hair on, suddenly, I was seen as someone with some energy. But I'm always that same person. I always have that same energy. During intermission, we left the box and were walking in the narrow hallway there behind the boxes. A friend of mine, Michael Murphy, came out of his box down the way and saw me. I wasn't trying to disguise myself. I was Margaret. Anybody that knew me knew who I was. It wasn't a matter of disguise. It was simply a matter of me with a beard. Me still, though. Nobody else. He gasped, "Margaret!" And he said, "Stay there, stay there. There's somebody you have to meet." So he went back in his box and came out with a gentleman and introduced him. It was Werner Eckhart, who absolutely flipped. He was all over me like loose underwear, as my friend Jerry Lucy used to say. He just thought I was fabulous. It wasn't reciprocated, really, because I thought if I hadn't had this beard on, he never would have seen me. He was looking in my eyes. We were having the est contact. But that wouldn't have happened without this hair stuck on my face.